Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today's episode I'm really excited about because I'm trying something new here. I got the pleasure of speaking with a beautiful soul who goes by the name of Beverly Saulsberry, and she actually reached out to me in the comment section saying that she wanted me to share her story. And when I saw her comment, I immediately just felt drawn to her and I felt like I needed to connect with her. And so I reached out, I responded back to her comment and I said, send me an email, please. And, her and I began to speak through email and, we end up putting together this conversation. And it's interesting because a few videos back, I mentioned that I would be willing to share people's stories here if you wanted to email me in your story. And you guys, I got a surge of emails. Like I got so many emails of so many people wanting me to share so many different stories, and they were extensive stories. Okay. And so when I was kind of like going through the emails, I just felt like I can't sit up and read other people's stories. Like I need people to come and share their own stories. And so I just feel like that's the direction I want to move in. I want people to be able to come on and tell their own stories. You guys know I don't have a podcast or anything right now. We don't got no podcast funds right now. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And so right now we just doing some Zoom recordings. Now, with that being said, because this was my first time doing this, I'm still working out the kinks and figuring it out. In this particular episode, my audio was terrible because I did not use the mic, the very mic that I have in every video. I didn't use it because I was recording from my laptop. And so I was only speaking through my laptop mic, which is not a quality mic. And so next time I do know that I need to connect my microphone to my laptop. So I would do that. So apologies in advance. My audio was extremely glitchy. I know, but it's okay because Bev's audio was perfect. Her audio, she sounded crystal clear the whole time. And that's what matters because she's the one telling her story. So we needed her audio to be good, and it was. And so, yeah, we just got a few things to work out, a few little kinks to work out, but I think this might be the direction I'm moving, going forward. I'd rather people come on and share their own stories as long as they're comfortable and, they don't feel like they want to remain anonymous. And so Bev wanted to come on and share her own personal story of, being in a marriage with a man who was a serial cheater and how she got to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch the episode. Also, we are going to actually have a part 2 to this because we kind of ran out of time. She had an appointment that she had to go to, so we had to cut the conversation short. So there will be a part 2 next week to this conversation. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that as well, okay? But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over so you guys can watch the episode, and I'll meet y'all in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next week for part 2. Bye.
I'm a recent empty nester.
Oh,
So,
congratulations.
right. Thank you. So my office is kind of like, what do I put in here? It's like weird.
Okay. That's okay. Everything looks perfect. Your lighting looks good. Your audio sounds fine. You look beautiful. So,
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
So do you.
Thank you.
I connected my girlfriend to your YouTube. I was like, this girl is absolutely gorgeous.
Aw.
I love how you presented your story, and I related to so much of my life.
Mhm.
And a lot of people I saw in your comments wanted to know, why did you stay in it or something like that? Well, girl, I was there for 22 years.
Yeah,
Okay, so like people don't get it, but
they do.
I just loved everything you put out there. So
Mhm.
my goal is to show, just tell my story and then to show how I grew, how I became a better woman, I was able to find love again. And I think a lot of people need to know that. I am recently married again for 11 years after my first marriage. I'm 66. I grew up in South Central. And I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. One brother deceased. My mom is still living. She's 87 and thriving. I live in the suburbs of LA. Excuse me, because when I talk, my nose runs.
No worries.
What? Wow, let me see. What do I do? I went to college, but not. I went to junior college, finished there. Went to a 4-year college, did not finish. I had my very first son, who recently I'll show you if you can see.
Yeah.
And can you see
That,
that a
yeah.
little? Oh,
Oh,
just like that. That's my older son who he's passed away last year.
I'm so sorry.
Um, thank you. That's been just a new road that I'm traveling, and wow, I'm still grieving.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
still grieving. It'll be times in this story that I will probably just be in tears just because it was just me and him for 10 years.
Wow.
And his dad was always there. Don't get me wrong, dad's always been there, but um, it was just so shocking last year when that happened in my life. But anyway, I did get married to, hold, let me see how I'm going to say this, my younger kid's father.
Okay.
So my oldest son, his dad is still living, and we're close, we're good friends. I never married him by choice. Um, and then I got married, and when my older son was like 10, 11, and that's who I had the two children by. And we were married for 22 years. And I love being married. Like, I'm that girl.
Yeah.
I was the girl growing up who's like, yeah, I want a husband and kids and that type of thing. And I got that. I thought I met my Prince Charming. And you know about those Prince Charmings, right?
Listen, I know.
But I am a legal assistant for a major law firm in Los Angeles, and I've been at that job nearly 39 years.
Wow, that's
Yeah, yeah. Looking to end it in about a year and a half or so.
okay.
Looking for retirement. I was able to maneuver through my life with some counseling because I had childhood traumas,
Mhm.
and I needed to understand some of the things I felt during, what happened to me. And that's a story for another time. But I think it made me a better person. I just was a girl who was always cautious about who I dated. It wouldn't be surprising if I had 3, 4, 5 years in between boyfriends,
Yeah.
just because I know who I am and I'm comfortable. And I've even through that marriage, I've always known who I was, always. But there's always this little fear inside, this little girl who just doesn't know. So I think being a natural nurturer, kind person, when I met my husband, the red flags I should have seen, I didn't see it. It's like, oh, I can help you with that.
Yeah.
You know, oh, yeah, I have the answers to that, that kind of thing. It didn't hurt that he was super good looking, very handsome guy. So nevertheless, I went to school. I started my job in 1988. I got married in 90, and I had two more children after that. And I really had just thought I was living the dream. I made sure everything we needed, I made sure they were happening. I was the moneymaker. I supported his dreams, all of those things. But me as a woman, man, I am, with the exception of losing my son, whom I miss tremendously. I'm funny, I'm kind, I'm nurturing and giving. I am a girl's girl for sure. Like, I root for women. I have no daughters, but I have a niece who's like a daughter to me.
Okay.
So, and then she has two daughters. So I lucked up in that area, But that's who I am, girl. Just living this life, trying to get to that retirement stage and praying that my mom stays healthy so I can continue to take care of her.
Oh, that's beautiful, Beverly. So you mentioned you have
Yes.
a total of three kids, and I know
Yes.
that you are newly a empty nester. So how old are your
Yes.
younger two, and are they off in college or?
No. So my older son was 43 when he passed away.
Okay.
Um, and just for record, he had congestive heart failure
Mhm.
that he didn't tell us about. And he was a super, um, the best way to describe my son is to say, how some people are so good that they just have the audacity?
Yeah, yeah.
That's my son. Yeah, he was a big personality. We got a lot of stress on him. And I ultimately believe that that is what took him out sooner than he wanted to go. And then I have a middle son, Tyler. Tyler is 35.
Okay.
And Tyler is the one that gave me all these nice gray hairs. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got
They say the second child is that child that come and rock your world. I know.
yes.
Mhm.
But he is a great guy. He lives in New York, actually. That's something recent. But he's a great kid. He's, never been in trouble or anything. Just I'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
And then I have my baby Shane, who is 30.
Okay.
And Shane, the reason I'm just recently an empty nester because things happened. Like he went away to college in Utah. He
Hmm.
got homesick after 2 years, wanted to come back, thought he was missing something, and mom's by herself. And I knew coming back that it would be tough for him, but I let that go. You come on home, do what you need to do. So then that happened, and then COVID happened, right? And then his dad passed away in 2020.
Okay. Wow.
So it took him a while to get himself to go back to school. Like, I'm super proud of him. He just graduated. Uh, Actually, the same month my son passed away. He graduated that month. We were actually coming. Well, I'm telling you in retrospect, we were coming from that graduation when my son called me and we were talking to him and he was congratulating my other son. And I just felt like I missed something because he got emotional and telling me about different. And I was like, where is that? And I was like, hey, you're gonna be good. God got you. You're gonna be good. I didn't even pick up on that he was struggling with things.
Mm.
And 4 weeks down the line, I had a chat with him. Those whole 4 weeks, I wanted to call him and I kept getting busy and distracted. And then one night I was like, oh, so I started texting him and we just texted back and forth. And I love yous and I miss you. And I'm working hard, mom. And the next morning he was gone. That's how that went. Yeah. So Shane, the baby, was affected by his dad in 2020, his brother in 2025, taking himself so long to get his degree. But, it's your journey. It is what it is. So, all in that, graduating, he had a new girlfriend, somebody he thought he'd want to marry, or hopefully still thinks he wants to marry, and he moved out. So, all of that was last year. So, my husband and I are like, hey, there's like nobody here, nobody home.
How are you feeling about
So,
it? You like it or?
I love it. I don't even want him to come back, but kids come back, just so you know.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
come back.
they
So,
come back.
um, yes. So, just a couple of weeks ago, I turned 66,
Wow.
and I'm loving life. I'm coming out of my fog for my son. I do. I have. I will say that the reason I chose Friday for us to speak is because on Thursdays when I work from home, I'm usually quiet time by myself, and that's when my emotions. And it just lasted all day yesterday,
Mm,
just the whole day. I felt all the tears and emotions in my chest. And I think as a strong person, you're trying to like fight it. And then I got up to so I got to make me a protein shake because I can't eat. And I go to make this shake and it just came out. And then my husband came in here and he was like, what's the matter? And I was like, I'm just emotional thinking about him and everything wonderful I want to happen in my life. It's just at a hand's touch, but it's just not here yet. And I'm being impatient and I have to wait on God. I
yeah.
just got to dial it back and say, God's got me. He's going to make it happen where it happened. And that's really why I chose Friday because I knew I would be okay by today.
Yeah. Well, I want
Yeah.
to say this again. Once again, my condolences because I am a mom
Thank you.
as well. I'm a boy mom. And, as mom,
Oh, awesome.
I have two boys. And
Oh, yes.
so I can't imagine. And so I do, if it's okay for me to ask, are you comfortable with me asking questions
Mhm.
about your son? Because I don't want
Oh, absolutely.
to.
No, absolutely. I would keep his memory alive no matter what.
Okay. So I know as I'm listening to you, my aunt came to mind because one of my aunts who I'm
Yeah.
very, very close with, she's like my mother. She lost her
Yeah.
son, which was my cousin. This will be his second year. We lost him August of 2024, and
Oh gosh.
that was her firstborn son as well.
Yes.
And so,
Condolences to her.
yeah, and so we lost him to he had a brain aneurysm that we didn't know about, and
Oh
it
wow.
caused him to have a stroke. And,
Oh,
yeah, and so it was just this whole thing. He was with his youngest son when it happened. And so that was in August 17th of 2024, we lost him. So we're coming up on 2 years. And over the last 2 years, I have, obviously you lose a child, that's completely life changing. And, you
yes,
know,
absolutely.
we have seen my aunt change
Mhm.
completely, and we've been
Yeah.
support her as much as we can. And so I want to ask
Yes.
you, in this last year, what was the month last year that he passed away?
It was May 28th, 2025.
So it's just been a little over a year now for you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how much has life changed for you, and what has that looked like over the past year? How have you been navigating?
Oh, well,
Take your time if you need to pause. If take your time.
I can only tell you that you see life completely different. I don't have energy for no drama. I don't care what you need to tell me. If you are gossiping and I happen to listen to you, don't look for a response.
Mhm.
I don't have that energy. I barely could talk to my niece, whom I love, because she and him were more like brother and sister. So it just hurts. So we just come to the beginning of our new chapter where I'm calling her more and talking to her, but I'm still sad. I hear him every day saying, "Come on, girl, you got this." I hear his voice. I have his ashes with me. I am, you know, let me just say this. When you have big things happen in your life, whether it's a wedding, a divorce, a death, a marriage, you lose people.
Mhm.
And I've lost some people, including, well, I thought my daughter in law. My daughter in law was not my grandson's mother,
Okay.
but my son loved his wife. Therefore, I loved her, right? Like I wanted her uh, to just be a great wife to my son, and she was. She was really good, and I think we disconnected because guess what? She lost her husband, so I can't, I give her grace for everything, but we have since we chat and we've had dinner. And, she finally shared with me exactly what happened that night because she was the one who called me. Um, but for me, this road is still new. I'm meeting people every day who've lost a child. It's a club you don't want to be in. You didn't ask to be in that club. And I lean on God for everything.
Yep.
And when I tell you I am that walking miracle, not just things in my life that God has shown up for me, but I can honestly tell you that I wanted to see my son again. I want to know he's okay. And a girlfriend had talked to me and she's like, okay, you need to stop manifesting your son. And I was like, why? I didn't get it. She
Mhm.
said, because you open the door, when you try to manifest, you open the door for things that aren't good.
Mm.
And I don't know how I knew she was right. I just knew.
Mm.
So I just stopped. I completely just said, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, I'm checking my computer each time to make sure my people aren't looking for me.
Okay.
Um, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what she said. I'm just not gonna manifest. So one morning I got up to go to the restroom and I do everything in the dark because I don't want to wake up.
Right.
So I'm doing everything, washing my hands, come out. I go back to get in the bed and oh my God, I tried so hard not to think of him. Oh my God. And I was like, no, don't manifest, don't. And I must have dozed off. I dozed off and this shaft of light, just the width of my body,
Mhm.
opened up, and I'm looking up like this, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm just looking how beautiful. And I'm looking up now because I can still see it. And I'm thinking, it's so beautiful. What? And I can't see anything. It's pitch black, just pitch black. And I said, are you telling me you're okay? And then I got catapulted up another level.
Wow.
And I'm in this beautiful, bright garden of love. I just can't explain it. And then it was gone. I called my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm telling you, my girlfriend was like, this is God saying he heard you, right? And he wanted me to see how beautiful. And I've been good ever since.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Although I miss him so much,
Mm-hmm.
but he's with God. And at the end of this whole road, I get to see him again. So
That's
that's where I am with that. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
So beautiful. I don't know if you
Thank you.
been a part or have thought of any like support groups. I know my aunt, she created a support group for other women who,
Did she?
yeah. So if that's
Oh,
something
you're going to have to connect me.
yeah, I can connect you. Yeah, if you
Yes.
want it, I will definitely connect. But yeah, it has brought, obviously it's a very traumatic situation, but it has brought, some beauty and it has its
Yeah.
some purpose into her
How,
life.
can I ask, how old was your cousin?
My cousin was when he passed, he was 41.
Wow.
He would have
Oh
been
my goodness.
your son was 43, you said, right?
Yes. Yes.
He was 41.
Now I want to throw something out there. I don't hear it talked about enough,
Mhm.
but in light of my son's death, I was trying to just understand. Like, was he in pain? I just looking for answers.
Want those answers.
And I came across something very interesting, and it talked about men who are marijuana smokers.
Mhm.
That men 50, 55, or 50 and under, it was 55 and under. I think it said, yeah, I think it said 50, 55 and under. If you smoke marijuana, you have a higher chance of having a heart attack than any other group. That
Mm.
was shocking.
Wow.
And I know that my son was a smoker. I know that he was. So I look at that, and I don't think that was a big contributing factor, but he was under a tremendous amount of stress. And I knew that a year and a half before he died, not even thinking that it would affect him like that. But he was a man's man. So he was going to do what he needed to do to take care of his wife and his son and, his lifestyle. So, but I can tell you, Tisha, my son traveled the world, had a great job, owned a home. He had his son. He was married. He was the best big brother, just one of my best friends, which we developed later in life. You can't be your child's best friend in the beginning.
Mhm.
Always got to be mommy, right? But yeah, he was the best guy ever.
And how old is his son?
My grandson's name is Romello. He is 14, is he 14 yet? Will be 14.
Okay.
And morphing into my son every day.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how has he been navigating the grief of losing his father?
So he's so mature. He looks and takes care of his mom, and I do as well. Like she checks on me, I check on her. She's a great girl. Unfortunately, their relationship. I don't think their relationship it didn't work because he was a bit older than her,
Okay.
more like 8 years. So I think the maturity, but they co-parented very well. Mello was always there. He called my son's wife his bonus mom. So, yeah, he's doing really good, being mature. But I know he's just got to be just incredibly sad because he and my son uh, were super close, just like my son's father. Like we don't even talk on the phone as much because he's so emotional. They had a special relationship. But I do, like I told him, he'll always be my family. And I know his girlfriend, and I call and I check on them and I make sure they're good. We have just all gathered each other, this small group of us, because he affected all of our lives.
Yeah.
I'm sure as your cousin did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, and my last question to this, and I'll let us go ahead and move on. Are you and his wife, is she getting the support she needs? Has this brought you guys any closer? How is the wife doing?
I would say that it hasn't brought us closer, but we're good with each other. And she has a beautiful family that supports her. I just let her know that, my son loved you. You have to be happy. And however you want to be, I'm on board because he's not coming back. You can't stop living. You know what I'm saying? I just want her to be happy and be good. I even encouraged her. She had went back to work and I was like, girl, you can go on disability and take some time off. You need that time. And she was like, I can get paid to go. Listen.
Mhm.
So I encouraged her to do that, and she did. I don't even know if she's back at work because she and we said we're going to have dinner, so I need to reach out to her. But we're good. I can't say it brought us closer. We're just like we were when he was here. I'll just say that. I love her. She was a great wife to my son, and what more can you ask for?
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're finding your ways to navigate this the best you can. And
Yes.
I'll say this: you look amazing. I'm pretty sure you don't
Oh, thank you.
every day, but I told you that when you first on the camera, you are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I don't feel that every
Even
day.
energetically, like outwardly, I feel it. Your energy is just like you have a beautiful soul. And so
Why, thank you. Now, you notice in my email I said I'm a youthful 66.
you said that.
I I did. I think I grow from. I love talking to young people.
Mhm.
My sons and I are close because they keep you energized. They keep you in the know of things. So when you first came on, girl, I was like, oh yes, I got to hear this story.
And I have to share this with you. So the day that you left the comment in my video saying you would love to share your story.
Yes,
I hadn't been on looking in the comments for a couple of days, right? I hadn't, because usually I try to like check and, just engage with,
right,
and I hadn't been on in probably about 2 days at that point. And something was like, let me go check and see what's going on in the comments, go engage a little bit.
right.
When I opened them up, it was your comment that I saw first. And Mrs. Bev, when I tell you, I instantly was like, I have to connect with her. I have
Yes,
never done that with anybody else where I was like, oh, but with you, I was like, I got to connect with her. And immediately I told you, I said, I would love for you to email me. But I just
yes,
instant pull, an instant, just, it was just this magnet.
yes.
And I said, I have to connect with her. And here we
Well,
are.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'll tell you that for the last, I don't know how long I've been trying to start this YouTube that I just haven't done it. Don't even know why. I guess I'm a little bit afraid. And
Yeah.
it's all about aging and navigating getting older and loving yourself for who you are. And I'm just so afraid that that's also prompted me. I said, I know she's going to want to record me. So I better go for it because at some point I'm gonna have to open myself up,
Maybe this is
to
getting
what
you
I want to do.
yes, yes. This is getting
That's
you
could
prepared
be.
for what you want to do.
Yes, yes.
But just go for it. Whatever it is you're wanting to do, go for it. You're beautiful. Don't worry about
Oh, thank you. I
pleasing.
mean, sometimes girls are. Listen, I tell people this all the time. I've grown up with in my adult life where people judge you based on your physical,
Hmm.
and I'm a little bougie. I like what I like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and people judge you like I feel like people think you get up in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm gonna wow them with it. None of that.
Yeah.
I get up, I know what looks good on me, I know what happens with my face. And my girlfriend for a long time, I would tell her, like, Candace, did you see that girl? She looked at me all weird. I don't understand. She was like, okay, Bev.
Yeah.
Finally, she said, your personality, your confidence walks in the room before you do.
Great.
Once I understood that,
Mhm.
right, it helps you say, okay, you got to give people grace because they don't know you.
Hmm.
So I'm very open in that sense. I being a girl's girl really helps because guess what? My mama, she not a girl's girl.
Oh, okay.
So I had to learn. I had to learn
Yeah.
that I like women. I like to talk to women. I like to encourage and motivate.
Mm.
So to me, I have a little niche here where I can motivate about getting age and watching myself, watching my mom, embracing your wrinkles and your shortfalls and all of those things. You know, they give you character. So thank you for wanting to connect with me. I'm glad that translated in my story. But I also think that is the path you need to be on because you are super eloquent.
Thank you.
And girl, your story, I started reading the comments.
Mm.
We know we're related. All of us related.
Back to your point about you starting your YouTube, I want to say this. There are so many women waiting to hear from you. There are
Really?
so many, yes, you have to know that.
Wow.
You have to know
Okay.
there is so many women that are waiting to hear from you. So just do it, okay? Don't go
You're right.
it. And I will say this: is it scary? Yes. If it makes you feel extremely vulnerable putting yourself out there. I totally get that. I feel that
Yeah.
every time I
Yeah.
do a video, but I promise
Yeah.
you, there are so many women that are waiting out there for you to hear from you, and that may lead you to a whole new purpose that you didn't even know. You know what I mean? And so
This is true. This
and
is true.
put yourself out there if that's what you're feeling led to do. You know.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to have to do that. Thank you for that encouragement.
You have a magnetic just energy about you. You just have a beautiful spirit of,
Oh,
yeah, I think there are.
thank you. I think God plays a huge part because, girl, I don't do nothing unless I consult and pray about it. Because,
Mhm.
I mean, what else? What else can we depend on in light of everything going on in the world, right?
Oh, I know. But no, if you feel led like God is calling you to do that thing, just do it.
Do it. Okay, I'll
Okay.
remember that.
Okay. But let's go ahead and get into your story and why you reached out to me because I know in the comment you mentioned you said I want you to share my story. So
Yes,
so I want to go back because I know you said you were married the first time in 1990, right?
in 1990. Yes, I met him through a friend who worked at my job on the weekend. Same job I'm on,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And the she worked in the daytime at his company
Okay.
and my job on the weekend.
Mm,
And at the time, I was doing word processing, and that's how we worked together.
okay.
And she said, I want you to meet a guy. And she said, I think he'll be good. You'll be good for him. And met this gorgeous, tall, 6'4" chocolate man. And we just connected. We
Mm,
just connected. Now, first red flag.
mhm.
We were talking for a few months. And one day I go to drop him off on my way to work to his house, right?
Mhm.
And there was a woman in her car. Yeah. She wasn't just a woman, she was his wife. Ah,
Mm.
ah, right. And
Never disclosed that to
wow. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. He never disclosed that to you that he was married.
No, ma'am.
How long at this point have you guys been seeing each other?
Probably 2 months, 2 or 3 months. And we were in it, like literally in it. So that day after we first he tried to get his sister to lie for him and say she was just a friend and I don't.
Oh,
And then he told me the truth. And then I broke up with him. I was like, okay, no, dude, no. And the next time I heard from him, he had filed for divorce
mm,
and said, listen, I want to be in your life. They had been separated a while, whatever. Still married, though, that's still a no go in my book. So he did. He filed his divorce and everything. And oh my God, let me just say that, Paulette, if you ever come across this story, you know I love you, girl, because she and I are cool. And I'm just telling my story. If you differ, please say it. I'm okay with that. But after that, yeah, he got divorced, and then we waited. I know me. I wanted to get married right away because that I just knew he was my husband, and And we did. We waited, got married in 1990, and we had our first child in 91. Now, that's when I discovered the cheating after that, when my middle son was probably like one and a half.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say that it was cheating throughout the whole marriage, but the whole marriage was not bad. I'll say that.
Okay.
In that we had a lot of good times, and I have two beautiful sons from that union. And I can just say that I really thought, I can't speak on him, I can speak on me. I just thought I could fix it.
Mm.
I thought you don't walk away from a marriage. You don't just up and leave. You work through it.
Mm.
You work through it. And what I didn't realize as the years went on is I'm teaching this man how to treat me,
Absolutely.
because you threaten. If you do this again and you argue and da. Oh, I didn't. So I can honestly say I found myself when
Mm.
I came to that realization 7 years before I filed.
Wow. And you
Just,
guys were married.
yes, yeah, just didn't know how to get out of it. We had owned a house. I had two small boys. I just didn't know. And I kept saying to myself, I'm failing at marriage. What? Me? Like, it was all me. It was all me. As time moved on, the cheating continued. I remember one day I said to him, no, he said to me, this is a funny story. Oh my God, I gotta pass this by my son. They don't know these things. So
They're going to be hearing about it.
um, yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So one day he says to me, I need a new car. I'm tired of putting money in this car. I said, well, until we get this marriage straight, I am not buying you getting no car. Not helping at all. So I gave him that time. I said, we need 3 months. We need counseling. You need to, and he never did anything about it.
Mm.
And then one day I said, why don't we have an open marriage?
Really?
And he said, I said that. Now I'm digging because I'm trying, I don't know what else to do. Okay. And he said, I don't think I want to do that. I said, oh. I said, so you just get to cheat and I just gotta take it. I said, why don't you stop cheating? And he said, I don't think I could do that either.
Okay, so wait, let's back it up. 'Cause I got so many questions. Okay, first,
Yeah, yeah.
so I want before I act, because now I'm like, let me go back a little bit, back. Okay, so going back to when
Okay.
you guys were dating and you came and you saw the wife in the car. Did you and the wife have any conversation? Did she confront you guys?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't confront me at all. She just don't know how I knew. Somehow I knew. I can't remember what it was. Or did she call me? I don't remember. I just know that it was a conversation with me and him. And I said, I don't mess around with married men. I want my own husband and we broke up. I just told him I can't see you. And he took that time in those 2 months to file for divorce and let her know that now, this is the story he told me. Again, that's why I say, Paulette, if you have a different story, please interject. I don't care, Um, yeah, and then life went on. But now she was always there
Okay, and I'm
with the
sure they had
sisters
children.
and all. They had one son who I love dearly. Yes, they had one son, Kyle, and um, she's a grandma. Like we get along really well these days. But yeah, they had a son, and then it just became drama. She was always at every family function that they had, and she was connected to his younger sister, which to this day they're still connected. I'm okay with that. I'm my own person. I don't need anybody to do anything for me. But they were tight. They were close, and I was okay with that. And I'm still good with that sister as well. Uh, it was drama throughout. Always something. Somebody saying something. The family, just drama. All these people thinking things about me because my true nature is that I'm super shy, quiet. I know you don't believe that, but
You don't seem shy. You seem very
right.
outgoing.
But that. Yes, I had to grow into that person, but that's my true nature. So if I don't know you and we're in a crowd, I'm kind of quiet.
Got you. Okay.
And I didn't know how to fight. I didn't know how to fight those battles with an ex-wife, and I'm just not that girl. You can call me whatever you want. Listen, Beverly knows who she is. I always known who I was. With insecurities and fears and all that, I still always knew who I was. So we went through years of that. And then she got married, and then everything, stuff calmed down, and the cheating just constant. Just There was also money. I let him live his dreams. He was a bodyguard to the stars, girl.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I can, and if nobody believes me, I can pull out umpteen pictures
Wow.
that he bodyguard a lot of stars. Yeah, he was out there in that world, and by him living his dreams, he wanted to try to get into acting. He was a singer, all of these things. But over time, we need an income in this house along with mine,
Mhm.
and so he would work. And the last job that he realized that he was getting older was he worked for the sheriff's department.
Mhm.
Was not a sheriff, but he worked for the sheriff's department. And that's the job he had when he passed away. So um, over time, you become numb to the disrespect, the hurt. After a while, you're not gut punched. You're
Mm.
just like, here we go again,
Yeah.
and that was a lot of it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I just prayed. I just hoped that he would change. And I realized God is trying to show me, but I'm not listening. I'm just doing what I want to do. I'm in control. I could fix this,
You were making it, yeah.
you know.
You wanted
And
to.
that was really, yeah, that was really it. That was our life until I just I just knew. I said, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know. Am I gonna be able to save my house? I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And one day I came in the house. He usually is asleep because he worked at night, and there was nobody home. And I remember my house being completely spotless, which when you have kids, that don't happen, right? So um, as I'm coming down the hall, he's passing me because he's about to go to work. I was
Mhm.
just about to turn 50. And I looked back at him and I turned around and I said, I'm not going to do this drama with you in my 50s. And I promise you, he never turned his body. He looked over his shoulder like that with this like disgust on his face and said, okay, Beverly.
Mm.
That was a wake up call. When he left, I said, Lord Jesus, I'm done. God was waiting on me to let go of my control. I let go of everything except for how to save my house.
Yeah.
When I finally said, take it, I got this one, I can get another one. Everything fell into place.
Mm.
Everything.
Yeah. When you finally
From,
released them.
yep,
Mhm.
God was like, you trust me now.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm part of that miracle group that God that just said, this lady ain't gonna let go till I show her. And he did. And I believe every promise he's ever given me. So that's how that beginning of it, that was probably 3 years before.
Okay.
And another reason it took so long is still like I don't know how to tell my boys. I don't know, I just didn't know how, when. And finally, I think one day he came home in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm already awake. I'm sitting at my computer. When he came in the door, I promise you, and I'm a person, I like to show you how people's reactions are. So people find that funny that I mimic people. But he
Oh.
opens the front door
Uh-huh.
and he goes, that's how I'm looking at this man going, oh, he thinks, oh, okay, you big dog now. You didn't been out with some woman, you big dog. And I said, you need to sit down. We need to talk. And he threw himself in that chair on the sofa like a big kid.
Mm.
And he's trying to go through the same arguments, but I was already removed from that. I'm not arguing about how I said it. You know, the semantics. People want to argue semantics, and I didn't make you. Cheating is a choice. Like I wasn't doing all of that. I just told him this marriage is over. You know, and until the day that I brought those papers to him, he never thought I would leave him, and that came out of his mouth.
Wow. Okay, let me go back because I know you got to leave in 15 minutes, and I want to ask a couple questions so we can
Yes.
kind of bring in how you found new healthy love and you're now remarried. So, with you, you said within the first year of the marriage, you found out your husband was cheating. How old were you when you married him? Were you young at the time?
No, we married when I was 30.
Okay, so you were 30. Within a year in, you found out about the first affair. So throughout the marriage, when you're finding out about these affairs, how are you rationalizing them and how are you guys navigating it? Are you just kind of sweeping it under the rug and just saying, okay, it's like, how are you navigating this and continuing on?
So what I discovered,
Mhm.
I can't say it's good or bad. It helps.
Yeah.
There were no relationships with these women. He was like, I love my wife. Yeah,
No emotional connections with anybody, just sex.
none. Just that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that helps. It doesn't make it right,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't say that through the whole all those years. And it wasn't until maybe a year and a half or so before that we're sleeping and I get a call from a woman,
Mm.
a young woman,
Mm.
and a young non-black woman
Mm. Okay.
who I believe, this is just my take on her from a phone call. She imitates the way we speak,
Okay.
our lingo. And did you call me? It was something to that. And I was like, I was in my carpool coming home from work and I just turned my phone off because I knew. Then that night she called me back. I was so mad. I just turned off my phone. I called my girlfriend. And my girlfriend is younger than me, but she's so wise.
Yeah.
She's just so wise. And so I called her up and I was like, Don, I said, this chick and da da da. And she said, oh, the things she told me to say to that woman, girl, I couldn't even believe my mouth said those things. But what I did say was, listen,
Mhm.
you calling me to talk about my husband. Don't call here talking about hey and this and you better address me for who I am. My name is Mrs. Hopkins. If you want to talk, call me back. That girl waited 3 days and called me back and hello, may I speak to Mrs. Hopkins?
Mm. Wow.
I demanded my respect. And I told some lies in there too. She was like, yeah, he told me you guys are getting divorced. And he said he only had 2 kids. I said, girl, he got 7 children. Was that true? I said, you think you're the first? But I turned it on her because he told me everything. So I said, well, let me ask you a question. I said, does your parents, and I named their names, know that you're dating a man old enough to be your father and that he's married and have children and that he's black? And
Mm.
she started crying. She started crying. I just let her have it. Like, no, you don't get to call and disrespect me because of something some man that told you you believe.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got rid of her. She ain't called me no more after that.
How many women do you think over the 20-year marriage that you learned about, at least that you knew of? Like, was he cheating
I
throughout?
would say the whole marriage. I would say that it couldn't have been nothing less than 20. At one point, just before I filed the papers, there was two.
Wow.
Out of all of those, that woman was the only one who ever called me. But oh, wait, I just remembered something. There was a chick that called me. Rarely was she ever black, but this girl happened to be black. And she told me that he was seeing her friend. And I was like, why are you calling me? And she said, and she just went through this thing, who's he spend this day with and that. And I was like, girl, you need to call him.
Mm.
Do you know? So I told you that little part just to give context to it. But I got a letter from a woman maybe about a year and a half ago, apologizing, no name, just saying that she's walking her way with God and she made mistakes. And I was the one person she needed to apologize to, although she didn't leave her name. But I still have, no,
Oh, so
and
you
I
don't,
still have that letter. No idea who she was, but I can only say that it was only the one Black girl.
mm,
So it had to be from her. It just had to be. Just the wording, I just knew. But that was shocking. But I still looked at the letter and I said, coward. You don't even let me know who you are, you know?
it made
So
you,
yeah, I would say,
yeah,
yeah. But I mean, hey, I'm all forgiving, girl. That's your walk with God. I give it. I forgave him.
yeah,
Everything. I'm good.
yeah.
So that's about how many women there were.
Wow. Okay, and you mentioned how at some point in the marriage you said this needs to be open. How far into the marriage did you make that comment to him? At what point in the marriage was this? Was this towards the end?
Just before I filed.
Oh, right before you filed. Okay, so this is when you was heading on out at the very end. Okay.
Yeah, I still was hoping there was some kind of hope. I was trying to hang into the marriage until baby boy graduated high school.
Mhm.
Just wasn't going to happen. And yes, it affected him very hard. It was really hard for him.
And your husband told you in that conversation that he wasn't going to be able to stop cheating. Like he knew.
So,
Did you ever figure out like what his childhood trauma was or unpack where he got this sense of, I mean, you don't have to discuss it here because that's his story, but
no. Yes, I do. He
okay.
shared that with me. Yes, yes. He said that when he was growing up, his mother was very, and she's since deceased. That's why I don't mind talking about it.
Okay.
That his mother was very verbally abusive,
Mm,
and she used to tell them things like, "Y'all ends ain't gonna be this, and you ain't gonna be that." So he went to go downstairs. They lived in the back, and he went to live downstairs with his grandparents. He said he got a hanger caught in his side and had to go to the hospital. And his mom was pissed and cursing him out. But that the nurses, all white, were so nice to him, he
mm,
became obsessed with that.
white women.
That's why I said none of them were Black.
Oh, they were all white women except for the one Black woman. That's oh,
Yes, yes.
because
Mhm.
that was the first he felt emotionally nurtured and cared for by white.
Yes, yes. And a bit of a narcissist because when, narcissism happens in your adolescence.
Yes.
It stems from somebody berating you, and that was what his mom did. So that's why everything he did was grandiose. Everything, everybody loved him. All these things that just weren't true,
Wow.
because that was his life. So yeah, I did figure that out, which made it easier for me to forgive him once I left the marriage. I mean, I wasn't angry no more. I was happy. I
Yeah.
was in the best shape of my life. I was, my house was saved. I could afford my mortgage. I could all these things. And he was stalking me, lightweight,
Yeah.
lightweight stalking me.
Once you finally left the marriage, did you feel a sense of like relief? Like, did you feel
Well,
completely liberated, or was there a grieving process for you that you were?
well, there was not a sadness, but there was fear because,
Mhm.
like,
What now?
I'm in this house by myself, and I failed at this marriage, and but also a sense of independence, and I could do what's good for me. I was very happy. I was single for almost 3 years before I met my current husband. So I had healed, I had some counseling, I had girlfriends help me maneuver the dating life. And so, yeah, that's a story within itself, how you get to the other side. Like
Yeah.
that's my point in wanting to speak with you because some people I have a couple of girlfriends now who even say, no, I'm just done with it. No, God has a plan
Yeah.
and you got to trust the process.
It's a process for sure.
It is a process.